Hey guys, alright, so I'm just going to shoot this quick video for those of you that couldn't get into the goal session. So this is pretty much a quick rundown about how to actually set goals effectively. So you've got your goal sheet and they're going to help you to fill it out. So when you're doing your training, you've got pretty much like all these, at the start in particular, you've just got these like standard goals. And your goals are going to basically be things like reduce your body fat, increase your muscle mass, get stronger, get faster. That's pretty much it. Like you're pretty much just aiming for those things. So when you're running your goal sheet, I want you to fill it out like this. So first section, your first goal. So you're going to always write I will, and then you're going to write, so each of your goals, weight loss, reduce my body fat percentage by, make sure you date it. So for this challenge, it's the 16th of December, is the end of that 8 weeks. So it's really important you write, I will reduce my body fat percentage by the 16th of December. Now, guys that are doing weight loss, you can take this a step further. You can actually say, like, I want to lose 3 kilos by the end of the challenge. Generally speaking, the heavier you are, the more sort of extra weight you're carrying. You can lose anywhere from about, between like half a kilo to a kilo per week. Definitely much more towards the kilo mark. And the closer that you are to your target weight, it's going to be much closer to probably more like the half kilo mark. So you're going to pick a goal of like between 4 to 7 to 8 kilos in the next 8 weeks. So you can write that in there. Then with your actions underneath, again, you'll always have these throwaway actions when you first start to fill these out. So your first one's going to be just attend your 4 TFW sessions per week, and then particularly the guys that are doing weight loss, so this one's very much geared towards weight loss. You've got that 200 minutes of additional cardio, so it's just like walking around doing things, keeping yourself active, and then just always working on your nutrition. So you can pretty much just always put that in there, like focus on nutrition. So that's going to be your first goal. Second goal, you're going to write, I will increase my upper body plus core strength by the 16th of December. So most people are after increases in strength, usually on their upper body and in their core. So that's what you just write in. I will increase my upper body and core strength by the 16th of December. Actions are still going to be the same for the moment, because again, we're just keeping this at a really basic level. As you get further and further into the TFW system and you're setting more advanced goals, you'll write different actions in there, but pretty much just write the same actions. As long as you show up to training, keep yourself moving, everything will fall into place. And then your final one, I will improve my cardio fitness by 16th of December. So again, most people want to feel fitter, but usually that feeling of being fit actually usually comes by increasing your cardio fitness. So that's when you would have a goal like, you could be more specific. You might be doing park runs, so that's like a 5K run, or it might just be a 1K run. So it's some way of like measuring like, okay, I'm going this fast right now. So obviously if you're going to increase your park run time, which is 5 kilometers, you need to actually go out and find out right now, look, well, how fast are you right now? And then you retest yourself at the end of the 8 weeks so you can see the improvement. So then again, your actions are going to be the same, but you would obviously add in there, actually do the park run or do a 1K run test. So you're reminding yourself to do it. Now, just coming back a little bit with people that like have goals, for example, they also want to increase things like their running ability. Then if you go into the TFW Facebook group and look in the files section, there's actually a program in there about increasing, it's like increase beginner running program, something like that. And what you do is you then pick a couple of days from that program and then you work that into your training program for the week, which we're going to cover just here in a moment. But you would write that as an action underneath your cardio goal. You'd be like, do 2 days from the beginner running program on top of my regular training. Regular training just being TFW session. All right, so now coming down underneath, you've got choose one, lose one. So this is talking about your habits. So choose one is just a habit you're going to focus on really nailing for the next 8 weeks. It could be anything, but the one that I usually encourage most people to do is make sure you're nailing your morning routine, which is the next thing we're going to move into with focusing with our training. So I'd highly recommend that your habit you're going to work on is doing your morning routine. But you could have anything in there. It could be like, get 8 hours of sleep, drink 2 or 3 liters of water, eat vegetables at every meal. It could be anything. But I highly recommend doing morning routine. Next, lose one. That's where you're going to focus on getting rid of a bad habit that you have. I always find this really funny when people tell me that they don't know what to put in here. Like, guys, everyone's got bad habits. If you can't figure out what your bad habits are, just ask somebody that you live with or that knows you really well. They'll list a whole bunch of things that bad habits that you have. So typically bad habits, like again, especially for the guys doing this for the first time, is pretty much focusing on stopping eating and drinking crappy food or drink. Focus on what your vice is. Like it could be soft drink or stupid amounts of coffee or chocolate or something like that. You're going to really focus on being like, I'm going to really not eat those things for the next 8 weeks. And again, you write that in there. So that's that section filled out. Also, just coming back to this part at the top, your affirmation. So your affirmation is basically a positive statement that you're telling yourself. So a really easy one is like just I'm amazing, but it could be things like I'm exceptional, or I'm in control, or I know what I'm doing. So always putting in what your affirmation is, and this is something you're going to tell yourself over and over and over again throughout the day and also during your morning routine. So now coming over this side of the board, so when you're filling out your goal sheet, this is what your program looks like at the bottom. This is where you're going to map out what your week actually looks like. Because if you don't map this stuff out, like you won't do it. Like you'll probably just attend the TFW sessions and then you won't do anything else. And then you'll be wondering why you're not hitting your weight loss goals or your running goals. So you put in that you're doing your TFW sessions, like in this example, you've got the AM and the PM slots. This person's training in the afternoon. This person's goal is doing weight loss and they're trying to improve their cardio, running a little bit. So then you've got the TFW sessions. They're doing their park run as well. And then you can see these sections in here, these little additions: 15 minutes stretching, 30 minutes of cardio, 30 minutes of cardio, 15 minutes of stretch, 60-minute walk. You've got park run plus a 30-minute walk, 60-minute walk. So when your goal is weight loss, outside of the TFW sessions, you still need to be hitting 200 minutes of what we call heart rate cardio, which is basically steady state cardio. So it's kind of at a moderate pace. If you're in the gym, your heart rate is between 120 and 140 beats per minute. It should feel like you're just mildly exerting yourself. When you're outside, it's basically brisk walking. Ideally sort of, a few hills here and there. So these extra bits of cardio, again, that needs to add up to 200 minutes per week. If you're not adding up to the 200 minutes per week, nothing's really going to happen. So the TFW training is great. That's the really, really high intensity stuff, like the strength training and the sprints and all that type of stuff. And that stuff's great. It is useful. But you still need to be moving around a lot. Human beings are designed to move. We're not designed to sit still. So you need to be getting these structured into your week. Now, the other thing as well is make sure you have 2 complete rest days each week. And on your rest days, you can still go for a long walk. Okay, so walking is what you're also going to get into your head. Walking is not training. Walking is normal human movement. So it's not like you're not looking at this going, oh man, this guy's got to be training 7 days a week. It's like, actually no, you're training 4 to 5 days a week with 2 rest days and going for a 60-minute walk. That's not training. That's just simulating like normal human movement. And again, depending on your fitness level, like you might need to build up to 60 minutes, like maybe that is a stretch for you. You might start with 20 minutes and then go to 30 minutes and then 40 and like slowly build up, whatever level you're at. So perfect example, someone doing weight loss, they're going to add all these up. They're pretty much at 200 minutes of cardio per week. They're doing their TFW sessions, they're doing their park runs, so by the time they get to the end of the 8 weeks, they can hit their goals. Guys that are like trying to improve their running and you're referencing the running program, you would add in something a bit different. You would have underneath here, running program day 1, running program day 2, and maybe in here like running program day 3 plus park run. So that way you're getting that additional training coming in. Okay, so this is pretty much how you fill out your goal sheet. So don't overthink it, keep things nice and simple. It's always just reduce your body fat, increase muscle mass. You do that by attending TFW and working on nutrition, increasing your strength, focus on your upper body and your core. That's what most people are trying to improve on, upper body core strength, improving your cardio, choose one, lose one with your habits, and that's pretty much it. If you've got any questions at all about this, just hit me up. I can help you out, help you through it the first time. Make sure you get this stuff done, because if you don't have goals, then you're not training, you're just doing random exercise. Apart from that, guys, looking forward to seeing you in the dojo.